A lot more activity today happening, of course, with GameStop and also AMC. This also affects the crypto markets in a very big way, especially in the meme coins. So today we're going to break that down for you. What kind of impact will this have? Could this trigger a bull run? All of this is going to be talked about today. Don't miss it. My name is Paul Barron. Welcome back to the Tech Path. Let's start off with a pretty long clip, but you need to watch this portion of it because this is very important to understand the psyche of the trader, understand what this means for crypto, and really understand what this might mean for meme tokens. Listen in.
But Monday, it was a roaring kitty. We're not being cute. This one takes some explaining.
It started all with a single post on X. It shows a gamer leaning forward on his chair. Well, that picture currently has over 22 million impressions as of right now. And Roaring Kitty, as he's known online, his last post on X is promising to, quote, go out with a bang.
I want to kill myself today that I missed out on GameStop and AMC. I just like the ride of it.
To meme or not to meme? That's the question.
I've bought $700,000 US worth of GameStop at an average price of 29.61.
I have such incredible FOMO. I buckle up. I said, let's go to the mountain. You know what happens? Down. Instant.
There's just so much going on this week that is actually super important. We have that PPI data report, and then on Wednesday, 1 hour before the market opens, we have the CPI data report.
Do I do it? Do I do it? Do I do it? How much am I willing to lose if I do it?
All I know is he's been posting on Twitter today, and he's posted probably about 5 videos so far. I don't know what it means. We're trying to figure it out.
And throughout the trading session today, Mr. Roaring Kitty posted cryptic videos of cats, Game of Thrones, and clips of relevant movies, many of which had to do with revenge, war, and an overall battle.
I know I'm going to get fucked in the face if I do that.
This is Miles' favorite subject, and that's why I wanted Miles to come. I don't know about
Look
favorite.
at that. Oh my God.
But it's
is
up
that
there.
true, Miles? It's much more fun than most other media things that you can cover.
Well, Miles Sutherland, I'm glad to see the gleam in your eye.
We're going to find out who makes more money today trading AMC or GME. I'm buying AMC. He's been tweeting nothing but movies. It means that you buy AMC 961. It's a no-brainer buy.
I'm taking GameStop. 5187 is what I'm buying at. Every single video, every single tweet is him coming back to the promised land.
No, but did Aron have any stock
going
left to
there.
sell?
I'm not going to go.
Why not?
Because I don't know the answer, but I know how it ends. Badly.
It ends badly. We just played the tape from you 3 years ago, and you're saying the same thing every day.
But if you do the math on this, well, that's about 43% of the effective float sold short, 43%. And again, I believe the numbers are higher.
Most short squeezes happen between 10 and 20%. Well, we're at 27% short interest on GameStop right now today.
Especially above $40, then this has the potential to blow the roof off of this thing.
And those in those positions are going to have their shorts called, and they're going to say, we don't have enough money to cover the losses of this short position, which as of right now is $1.34 billion.
I can't believe I'm going to do this shit.
And then others going short. I shorted up in this upper range right here. That is the power of technical analysis.
GME setup has never been just about a stock or a short squeeze scenario. It's about a revolution.
You're about to watch the media lie through their teeth like their life depends on it.
It's bewildering because we want to make 10%, we want to make 15%. It certainly, in some ways, you could say makes a mockery of the challenge of investing. I look at it and I don't understand it, and I don't want any part of it.
Just a small collection of articles regurgitating that you need to forget GameStop.
It's just frankly stupid to honor the late, great Charlie Munger. They're just, taking in rat poison.
I would say this is something you want to pass by and let someone else play in that game.
But authorities are probably going to lose patience with this very quickly if it continues.
Forget GameStop, forget GameStop, forget GameStop, it's dead. And then they lie to you by telling you things like, have been in a persistent and largely uninterrupted decline. Yeah, persistent and largely uninterrupted, except for that day, and that day, and that day, and that day.
This morning, it got stopped 3 times. It's not just Robinhood good people this time. The trading was halted.
But if Gensler were to say, look, I don't like this, then it'd be one thing. But have anyone heard from Gensler? Gensler, he's like the law.
Let's fucking squeeze this shit to the moon. And if that Vlad Tenov fuckface tries to interfere, I'm coming for his fucking throat.
All right, so a lot happening, as you can see, within the market. And of course, if you've been tracking some of the meme tokens, We'll get into that in a second. Of course, all this is, blowing in on Roaring Kitty. And of course, he has continued to post another 5 minutes ago, just as we're recording this, another video with a little bit of Kingsman action going in. So all of this cryptic, all of this creating a huge frenzy in the market. All right, if you take a look at his YouTube channel, still no new video, and this goes all the way back to 3 years ago. He is picking up subscribers as well. So he's been picking up subscribers both on YouTube and on Twitter. I think on Twitter, let me look back here, he had climbed from around, I think it was around 600K all the way up to around where he is right now at 1 million followers. So that's moving pretty heavily as well. Eric Balchunas, of course, jumping in on this. It's getting real. GME has traded $4 billion in the last 30 minutes of trading. For context, that's more than Tesla and Apple. It and AMC led all stocks in pre-market volume as well. So very interesting. He's saying looking at another 4 to 5x more today than yesterday in terms of volume. So a lot happening there. Watcher Guru came in just today. GameStop, GME, and AMC Entertainment, now short sellers have lost over $5 billion in the last 2 days. So again, more heavy movement. If you look at what's happening on Wall Street and in the NASDAQ, a lot of halts, including AMC. We talked about this yesterday. A lot of halts coming in, so you can see the halt times kind of flowing in. So it is getting serious on Wall Street. How does this play into what's happening on the crypto markets? Because that's exactly what's going on. If you look at the Solana blockchain tokens, both AMC and GME, both have had pretty significance. Now, AMC has started to move down. Now, whether or not this is having some effect on other crypto platforms like Coinbase, on top of it, despite the withdrawals not processing, there's a lot here. And you have to remember, and we talk about this quite a bit, guys, and that is self-custody. Get into it. It is important. Coinbase is now fully recovered. This was down for about 4 hours. Coinbase is experiencing a system-wide outage. They're investigating it. Basically, you couldn't withdraw. There was a lot of problems, as we saw on Coinbase. And it's funny because these are the kind of pressures that these bull runs will start, and they usually indicate something very, very telling going forward. If you guys are thinking about self-custody, you got to get into the Tangem wallet. So we talk about Tangem all the time. They're one of our sponsors. Just go over and go ahead and do it. Start your process now, because things like this do happen, and this is a great way to start it. Of course, Tangem's easy. Just hit that Get Tangem. You'll get 3 cards. That way you've got some backups over there. And this is the time to really kind of start your self-custody journey as we start to see a lot of this activity. Now, let's go further. If you look at some of the search terms that are happening, GameStop, AMC, we started to layer these on top of each other. A lot of movement just in the last 24 hours. This, of course, is the 24. If you go back here and say, let's go into the last 12 months, now you can kind of see this is just starting to get a little bit of activity. Whether or not we'll see this continue in the crypto meme coins is the question mark, and I think right now everybody's on bated breath on what Roaring Kitty is going to be doing. All right, so looking at CoinMarketCap, this of course is the GME token over on Solana. A lot of activity in the last 24, holding it around 14, but had reached a high of 19. That's a pretty significant move. Will we see more of this? That's the question mark. I'd love to get you guys' comments. Drop some down below on how you're playing meme tokens, especially on the Solana blockchain. All right, if you take a look at DEX tools, you can kind of see there's a frenzy on meme tokens starting to emerge. A lot of other AMC copycat tokens. There is GameStop with Hat. There's Dumb Money also starting to move out there. So just be cautious on these guys. Just be super cautious. Understand what you're getting into if you are going to try to play these. And also, you've got to pretty much keep your ear to the ground right now. So make sure and subscribe to the channel. This is one of the things, we'll try to drop as much as we can, whether we do live streams or other updates on this as it's transacting right now, especially in the crypto side. If you look at what's happening on X, here of course is AMC on Solana saying that CoinGecko has officially listed them, so that's going to be helpful. And then if you look further, it's official, our contract is officially verified on Jupiter Exchange, so you'll be able to get this in the Solana transaction. Easy to do if you're in the Phantom wallet or other Solana wallets. Check it out. The other thing I want you to kind of keep an eye on is this right here. Is AMC, after this correction, as we said, right there about right at 0.28, adjusted way back down here to this resistance right here at 0.012. So we'll see how this one goes. You look at market cap holding at about 13.5 million and 24-hour volume still over 42 million. So it's not even nearing half of what market cap's not nearing half of what the volume is as of yet. So could that mean a little bit more action? Don't know. This is where it's going to get interesting. More coin market cap, of course, is moving fast on this. So they're trying to get onto coin market cap. That most likely is going to be the case. And you can, of course, get to GameStop over on CoinMarketCap. We just showed that just a minute earlier. Last up, of course, you have to think about the CEO of AMC, and he is, I'll just say he's an interesting fella, and he has not reacted yet. So what is going on? Are they setting up? Because normally he's tweeting, as you can kind of see, he's tweeting about every 2 days. And I'm just wondering if the silverback has got something planned for AMC, the stock. We'll take a look and see how it goes. Last up I want to get to is another clip, and this clip goes into a little bit more on where and if institutions are coming. Listen in.
Going back about 2 to 3 weeks, there was a large amount of very far out of the money call options bought. This started in April 26th into the first week of May. It's centered around the 30 strike. About 70,000 of the May 30 calls traded over the last 2 to 3 weeks. And it seemed to really set the groundwork for this move when the time seemed to line up.
What are institutions saying to you when they see this sort of activity?
So there are people buying puts thinking the stock's going to go lower. However, some of the institution accounts that I speak to remember in January 2021, the move had more legs than I think a lot of people realized. That once this move happened, thinking about the supply and demand of who's buying the stock, who's selling the stock, it didn't revert lower immediately. It kept a floor to it. So I did see some players looking to play the stock staying somewhat range bound, because as you pointed out, the options are extremely expensive right now.
Is it your view that these are mostly retail traders, or were they trades in size, which would indicate institutions?
I think both, but I think institutions were definitely involved, given the size of what's traded. About $2 billion of options notional traded today, $5 billion of stock notional traded, which is large for how GameStop has been trading. But this is still about 1/10 of the size that we saw trade in January of 2021. Is bigger than just retail playing, but I think institutions have literally seen this movie before and are getting involved in the action as well.
I love that this institutions have seen this movie before. And, this is something I think we have to be aware of, is there's probably going to be a lot of different strategies that are applied to this as well. Think about this in terms of airdrops possibly coming in, ties into things like Solana Saga. There could be things around a variety of meme projects that could start to kind of dovetail on top of this. This could be one of those trigger points that we do see these types of scenarios that push the market into a bull run. Don't know, but we're going to be watching it very closely. If you're, as I said, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure and get in right now. And if you're not in the Diamond Circle, get into that as well. We always leave a link down below. It's our daily email. We'll drop additional content out to you guys. Of course, you can follow me on X @PaulBaron. We'll catch you next time right here on TechPath.